What's good with y'all? Hope y'all having a good day, man. Back with another video for y'all. And I asked y'all, what do you want me to talk about? And this is the specific situation, this David situation. I've been seeing it all over my timeline. And I just wanted to get my thoughts on the situation. It's so many things that I've been peeping that I feel like a lot of people aren't really even talking about or even like mentioning, like just with the nuances of everything. There's so many new things coming out, new updates. I see an update video every single day on this situation. Y'all going crazy on the internet right now about this. So I just want to get my thoughts, add a few things in there. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like people are missing. Let's just get into the video. Now, when this situation started earlier this month on September 8th, I was thinking like, man, this man may actually be guilty, because why would you have the body of somebody inside your trunk of the car that, you know, that's registered in your name? Like, it's like 2 and 2. Like, it's easy to put 2 and 2 together. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I was just like, hey, this is another artist just doing some messed up shit, and he's guilty and shit like that. And I didn't know this man had an entire fan base of people. Like, I didn't know he was like this famous. You know how people just artists, you know what I'm saying, they have fans, but I didn't know he was this famous. So I'm just like, damn, it's people actually defending him. Like streamer Jason.The from FaZe, who had collaborated with him before, making music and stuff like that, he has said that he didn't think that David would do something like this, and he basically was just, you know, defending him.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right now. He didn't kill anybody, bro. He didn't kill anybody. There's no way. There's no way he's been on tour. He's been on tour. He literally performed yesterday. Bro, do you see the videos that he makes? There's no way he's killing somebody. He was framed. Either he was framed or my theory is somebody killed someone and stole David's car and left it in the trunk. But I'm also not a detective, so.
A lot of people were coming at Jason.The saying that, oh, why were you so quick to defend him and stuff like that, and then say that you barely knew him, y'all barely were even friends, we just collaborated and shit like that.
Because the narrative that's been spun on Twitter. First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day, I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing, okay? That shit is wicked and it's just unbelievable. It's been a lot to process. And one more thing, I wanna say, the girl that I met named Celeste at the FaZe house is not the same Celeste that was killed. RIP to that girl. One thing I also wanna add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right, I had dinner with him one time in a group setting, and then motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him. No, bro.
I don't know this nigga relationship with this man, so I'm not parasocial or anything like that. Hey, maybe it was just a dinner. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe it was just, you know what I'm saying, just a song or a couple songs y'all collab. But at the same time, going to the man concert and stuff like that, it seems like something a friend would do. I don't know, bro. I don't want to be too parasocial. If I was in Jason's position, hey, bro, I'm telling niggas, yo, I was never cool with Buddy. I don't even care if he end up beating that case. I was never cool with bro. I would never want to be associated with you. As more things started to come out, that we all seen, where, you know, you got the Discord stuff where it just revealed that this man was talking to an underage girl named Celeste Rivas, by the way, you know, rest in peace to her. Unfortunate situation, very, very unfortunate situation, you know what I'm saying, because we obviously do not know what the hell happened in this damn situation, yet he's just the biggest suspect in this shit, because one, this is his car, and two, the way he's been moving on the internet has just been weird. It's like the people that have been picking apart his every move in the past few years since he's been famous, or even before, it's like so much information has come from just that alone that it's just incriminating. Around the time that they found his body in his trunk of a car that he said was missing, he was on tour, and after he got informed about what happened, he canceled his show that he had like around that time and was cooperating with authorities, and that led people to believe like, yo, you know what I'm saying, maybe he just didn't do it. But the stuff that came out after, like I just said recently, yeah, bro, it's not looking too good, man. Like, for example, we obviously know he was messing with this girl Celeste since she was like, you know what I'm saying, in her early teens. You feel what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy, gang. And now he's just trying to cover up a lot of this shit. His videos coming out with this man saying that he cleaned shoes on the side as a side gig when you're this big of an artist. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's some huge megastar, but come on now, like, you clean shoes on the side, brother. Like, cut this shit, bro. I'm not really gonna get into the deeper stuff, like the lyrics and stuff like that, because I feel like a lot of these internet detectives, they're just reaching at anything to just make this man just the most evil nigga in the world. Now, I'm not saying that what this nigga has been doing is not f***ed up. This nigga's a f***ed up individual, but I feel like the internet tends to make things like more crazier than what they are. I like to live in the actual fact of shit. The shit that I see, like him clearly messing with this girl when she's a minor, being in discords, like that's the stuff I can just lean on as like factual, you know, cold hard shit. The fact that, you know, she ended up in his trunk, that's shit right there that I can sit there and lean on. The music part of it, I feel like niggas be saying anything in their music to evoke a reaction, or, you know what I'm saying, they playing the characters. I'm not really trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. That reaching shit, it's so much reaching when it comes to this internet shit. You see one little thing about this nigga, this is what he did. He was telling us this shit the whole time. Like, come on now, gang. Like,
basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego, and the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as the detective, I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself.
And this is how y'all end up pumping out all these videos about this shit, because any little thing you see about this nigga is, oh, it's a part of this entire big web of information and shit like that. Like, it's kind of getting excessive now. Can we stick to the factuals? You feel what I'm saying? The factuals is that this girl lost her life in a very, very disturbing way. And I feel like this whole entire investigation thing to dig into the mind of this nigga is taken away from like, yo, what is actually happening? Obviously, like, authorities, they're not gonna reveal stuff about their investigation to the public, but they obviously, you know, went to his house, investigated, got some evidence from his crib and stuff like that. So it's up to them to determine, you know, when they're gonna actually lock this nigga up. All right, moving on to why he hasn't been arrested. Kind of what I just talked about. Like, this is an investigation being built right now. Like, I feel like the nigga should have been arrested, but at the same time, I trust the authorities to actually sit down and lock in and create an entire case. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here like L and Sherlock Holmes trying to put the case together and shit like that. Just let the authorities, let the police handle what they gotta handle, and I'm sure they're building an airtight case on this nigga right now. Even if he beats this case, this nigga is still a predator. I even felt disgusted even trying to like talk about that shit when it came to the niggas reaching on the internet, because I didn't want to feel like I was trying to defend this nigga. Like, I'm not defending this nigga. I just feel like a lot of people just be going off the deep end. And I'm be honest, I feel like this nigga's gonna pull a Vegeta final explosion. I feel like that's what's gonna really happen, like dead ass. With all this happening, you can't possibly feel like my life is going perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Everything is good, everything is grand, because how did that woman end up in your trunk, bro? And it's somebody that you were close to, and y'all clearly were in some sort of relationship, quote unquote. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, you can't, there's no explaining that shit. And the way she ended up in there and how the state she was in, bro, come on now. Like, there's no getting away from that, bro. And David obviously can't avoid the internet, as he was in Lacey's chat. He followed and unfollowed him. He thought he was low. He thought nobody would see him in the chat or anything like that. Like, they wouldn't just, you know, type his name up and see him in there. Obviously, he's tapped into what's going on. He can't avoid it. It's all over.
David was in the viewer list on my stream and he just unfollowed me on Twitch. Is that, like, that's fucking creepy, no? Like, look, there's a blank for where the following was.
So a lot of things are just being put together, but I just wish we had more facts. Seeing stuff in Reddit posts and seeing people make comments about certain things that they seen is cool and all, but bro, these are just random people on the internet, bro. I just want to see what the police gathered and how they conclude this entire thing, as far as, you know, figuring out, you know, what he's actually gonna get charged for. Yeah, bro, I feel like this man has always just been a fucked up individual, but he was famous, and the people around him, I believe he bribed people too that was around that situation and shit like that to not really say nothing, that he was messing with a minor, just being a fucked up individual itself. Because when this shit just first came out, it was a lot of people defending this man, and now that it turns out that the person that was in his trunk was the girl that he was messing with, now people just backtracking and saying, fuck this nigga. Like, it's kind of crazy that I'm seeing this, because when it first happened, people was like, yo, not him, I just listened to Bull. Like, yo, that's crazy. Damn, not David. Oh, he would never do this. And now a lot of these facts coming out, y'all changing, y'all switching up and shit like that. But hey, man, I feel like people are allowed to change their opinion on shit and stuff like that. But it's kind of crazy how people that were close to him were just keeping this shit under wraps until everything started falling apart. Very interesting. Shout out to everybody that's covering the situation. Y'all making good videos. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about next. It's Fargo, and I'm out, man.